Hey,
Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Jerry Lee Lewis III. How are you?
I'm doing great. Excited about another new episode tonight.
Wasn't it great?
Man, it was great. We get to see Elvis right there in the studio, his first time. Get to see Dad experiencing married life for the first time. We saw how that was working out.
I know. Don't worry, you're still my girl. It means nothing. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. I I loved though. I absolutely loved his cousin giving him the business, and
Oh, oh yeah, Uncle Jimmy always gives Dad the business, even today.
it's pretty funny. I don't know about you, but for me, that's one of my most favorite parts about watching this show. The two of them just giving each other the business and just trying to get a rise out of one another. Oh my, it's
Right.
just great. It's so much fun.
Well, it's especially for me now. I never got to see Dad or Uncle Jimmy, interact when they were younger. So for me to see sort of the younger version of themselves getting at each other like I know they got at each other, it's an experience I wouldn't trade.
Absolutely. And I wanted to ask you that because, things on the show are, they try to remain true to the
Right.
storyline, but you got to bring some other entertainment in it as well. You got to create some maybe extra drama and such. So, has it been represented pretty well according to the stories that you've been told since you've grown up?
Well, I think that's definitely important to remember. It is a TV show. At the core, it's historical. The not just the four guys, but everybody involved with Sun Records and the legends they were. So yeah, I would say it's fairly accurate to the portrayal of the characters, at least what I've been told growing up. Now, I'll tell you, I won't say it, but last week's episode, how Dewey or Kira O'Donnell opened the episode, we know how that opened.
Right.
I turned to Dad and I was like, Dad, was that something Dewey would do? He's like, yeah, he would have done that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I just like just the always the mumblings under their breath and the sarcastic things that are said and just the way that they're said, the delivery. Those two actors, Jonah Lee's and Christian Lee's, man, I think that the casting director, bravo, kudos to the casting folks because I don't see a better cast for this show. I think every character is represented so incredibly well, and the chemistry between everyone on
Hmm.
screen is phenomenal. It just looks. I mean, it's so believable, and it blows my mind. And I think what this show has done, in my opinion, you can tell me, if your opinion is different. But in my opinion, I feel like this show has definitely brought back the stories to life, brought back the music to life for those of us who weren't around during that time, who relied
Absolutely.
on our parents' account of everything that had happened.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're names that we've heard all of our lives. I
Right.
mean, granted, I'm the son of Jerry Lee Lewis, so I was going to hear it all anyway. But
Right.
even even still, they are historical figures at this point. What would modern music be today without what they laid down at Sun Records? Where would all the other people who've been inspired by Elvis, Johnny, Dad, Carl,
Yeah.
uh, Roy Orbison got to Sun Records, all of those guys, and I mean, it's just a history that changed the world.
It really is. And when you think about where music was and this vision that Sam Phillips had and what he was able to do and accomplish, and I mean, the things that he went through to make his dream come true, and to think what would our world of music have been like had he not been around, had he not pushed through and done everything that he had done. And it's just, and I just got to give shout out to Chad Michael Murray. You play an amazing Sam Phillips, and I love that you taunt your neighbor on that show. It
That
just
was great. He was like, "What's up?"
that 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 is just one of my favorite parts, and her reaction to him is just priceless, and it's so real and believable. And I think,
Oh yeah.
oh my gosh, it's phenomenal. It's so
There-
great.
There's two things. There's two things I can tell you about watching Sun Records and Chad Michael Murray, and man, he's great. His performance of Sam Phillips, that So was a couple weeks ago, when he first was meeting her, I guess, and he walks down the stairs and it's just him in his shirt. And Dad was like, "Yeah, Sam did a lot of crazy things. He probably did that too." And then tonight's episode, he really got a kick out of when Chad he did this with the record. He said, "Lee, that's exactly what he did when I was in there and cutting my first record."
That's great. So would you say that your dad has been really excited watching this all come back to life for him too?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's double fun for me because I mean, one, we're watching the show to be entertained by the stories we knew,
Right.
and then two to watch him light up as he's reliving old memories, even though some of them, like we've said, changed for the entertainment value, but some of the stories he knew and when they what they told him, like how we got Blue Moon of Kentucky tonight instead of That's All Right,
Right.
which I mean, for Dad though, that was the first time he heard Elvis when Elvis put out Blue Moon of Kentucky, and he said, that's a great record, and he wouldn't have heard him if it wasn't for that song. And
Right.
wow.
And holy cow, Drake Milligan.
Oh yeah.
That kid, and I'm going to call him a kid because he's younger than me, and I'm not going to say how much younger he is, but he is brilliant. His just mannerisms, he research everybody has, but he really, really does bring Elvis back to life for so many. And I think that what's interesting is we were kind of researching our demographic today on where our magazine has been the heaviest, and it's been in the category of males 18 to 24. And
Which is a little surprising when you think about hip shaking.
yeah, it really kind of blew our minds, but it's like, you know what? That's the age, that's the generation. None of them were around for Elvis. They
Right.
never got a chance to see him live. They rely on old videotapes and, records and cassettes, all of that. So to see him being brought to life currently, I just think is so important. And, I said it last week when I was talking to Christian and Jonah and Sheila, that this is a show that I feel should have been done a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
But I'm so glad they're doing it now. I think it's...
Oh yeah, I agree. And well, like you said, the guys they picked and the casting choices they went with, could they have done it better? I don't think so.
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
they pick guys that visually are almost hitting nail right on the head
Yes.
as who they look like. They're sounding just like them. They're getting their mannerisms down, and I mean, it just shows you the sheer talent all of those guys have.
Oh, absolutely. And, one of the first times I was blown away was I watched them on a morning show, and every one of them did a performance, and I'm sitting there shouting at my TV like, no way! Oh my gosh, it's really them! Like it was,
Right.
it really was very mind blowing for me, and I think for so many, and I think that's why this show has really gotten the great response that it has. And I'm not going to stop promoting it because I, for one, am just loving every minute of it. I think it's just fabulous, and even though you might know stories that have happened and the time frames and the timelines, do you still?
I might have spoilers in the books.
I was going to say, even though you have some of those spoilers, is it still thrilling for you to see that come up and be like, ooh, what's next episode going to be? Because,
Oh, absolutely. Because like I said, I mean, I was born when Dad was 50, so I mean, I got to experience a really great time and still get to experience a great time of his life, but I never got to see what it was like when he was running just straight wild. And so it's great to see the younger version of those guys. When I hear stories of Dad talking about Elvis and Dad talking about Johnny and Carl and all of those friends and professional rivalries that came out of Sun Records, when he's telling me those stories, though, they were in their 20s,
Yeah.
and that's it's great to see. It's great.
It really is. And I mean, I think it's just great for everybody all around. And I know that you've been able to be on set for,
Yeah.
some of the filming. So what was that experience like for you? And did you develop any bonds with any of the actors and actresses on this show? Because I can't imagine, every single one of them seems so nice. And just the interactions that we've had have been really, really phenomenal so far. And everybody seems to just treat each other like family. So did you get that too?
Well, you hear all the time about cast families, and the cast is always close, and sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not true,
Right.
and but the things with the Sun Records cast is they really did come together, and that's one of the main things that made Sun one of the icons that it became, is because everyone working there, everyone putting their blood, sweat, and tears into Sun Records was a family, and these people, became a family on set. And well, granted, I got to meet most of them. I do get to call most of them my friends. I won't lie there, but it's good to be part of their family. And the time I got to spend on set was great, absolutely fantastic. My scene, which I hope we get to see here coming up soon,
I
was
can't wait.
without spoiling it, was
I
with
know.
old Dewey Phillips. And well, as he's been going, it's going to go for an interesting time.
Dewey Phillips, I gotta say, I realize that there's not a lot of Dewey Phillips on film out there for people to see. But from everything that I've been told from everyone who knew of him during that time, man, he's nailing his part and he's doing exactly what he did. And I just think that's got to be some really amazing times, and just to know that you're executing what you should be and that people are recognizing that's like a pat on the back right there. Like, good job. That's got to feel amazing.
I tweeted out to Kier tonight, every week, that the one thing Dad always says to me, no matter what else is going on in the show, he is just killing it as Daddy O'Dewey. Dad laughs every time he's on the scene, because
We all do.
everybody else is doing a good job, and then bam, he's shattering a record, or
Yeah.
he's giving us one of these. So,
And I tweeted out to Kier earlier, and I was like, I got to have you on my show. I am in love with his performances. And I mean, just in love with everybody's performances. And he makes me laugh so much. And it's just incredible. And it's so much fun. And I can only imagine the fun you all have had on that set.
oh yeah,
And
he and Michael Patrick Lane made me feel so welcome on the set the day I got to be on there with them. And I mean, like I said, they're all just a close knit family. Even the extras, they all were. It was like we're all, just have a good bond. And
right.
going to the premiere here in Memphis, getting to see everybody again after it's been a few months since the show wrapped, it was a really great time and a great
Oh, how
experience.
fun. That's great. I know. I told Christian and Jonah, I was like, yeah, I definitely, I want to go on set season 2, and they're like, all right, let's go. So
Oh, come on, man, come on down to Memphis. We'll
I
show
know.
you a
I'm
good
like,
time.
we have to make this happen because this is just so great. And I don't know. I think just the style of clothes and the way everybody talks and everything is just amazing. And I've been completely ignoring everybody. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn the live audience earlier today that it might take me a while to do the shout outs and the questions. I'm so sorry. I'll get to that right now. Hang on. Let me look. Oh, Dustin. You're so sweet. Thanks. I can't either. Love watching my boys and your content in the meantime. Alyssa Rogers, hi. Hi, Alyssa. Hold on.
She says.
Oh, Kathleen Bates. Are you proud of the way the show and your dad is portrayed? Are you proud of the way your dad's portrayed in the show?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's pretty spot on to close. I mean, he was a wild kid. Everybody knows he's the original wild man. So we're seeing him as he develops, that wildness, as he develops the killer persona. And I mean, as we saw tonight, he gets married, and the next scene we see him in, he's looking the other way. So
I know. And then I loved how he counted the numbers for children.
how many kids do you want to have? Two, four.
It was
And,
awesome.
and what's great about that is Christian's done his homework, because that's almost an exact quote from Dad's biography when him and a reporter in the car, and Dad asked him, he's like, hey, do you want to stop for a drink? What do you like? And he's like, let's Jim Beam. Jim Beam sounds good. And he's like, one bottle? Yeah, one bottle's fine, Jerry. No, we better make it two.
Yeah. See, that's awesome. And that's what I like about this entire cast. You can definitely tell they have all done their homework. They have all practiced, studied extremely hard, and took it seriously. I think everybody had the same intention and the same goal. They wanted to, really make this show believable and real, and make it come back to life for so many. And they've just done an excellent job executing that. I have
Well, I
more
think
questions
everyone
here.
associated, whether it be cast, crew, production, they all know the legacy that they're dealing with, and they know that if it's not portrayed the right way, they're not just gonna, fans aren't gonna be the only one that's gonna be mad. All of Memphis will be mad.
Right? Absolutely. Okay, so Finley Watkins said, "Hi Lee, loving the show and can't wait to see your scene."
Oh, hey Finley, how's it going, man? Finley's a great kid. He plays down at the club on Beale Street, Jay Lee's Cafe, every once in a while. He was just actually on Ellen. He's got a lot of things going for him.
Nice. Nice. Oh, that's great. Well, hi Finley. Thank you for, shouting out here. We've got more. Dustin. Hi. Dustin Ingram wants to know.
Hey, isn't that Carl Perkins?
Does your dad ever sing along with the show or tap that foot?
Hey, I can definitely say he's tapping his foot the whole time.
That's right.
Some of the times he does sing along, so that's always good. I tease him because I'm like, Dad, let's go live. He's like, No, I'm watching the show.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it's fun to hear him say how he remembers the records, or when he first heard that record, because he'll pop it out. He can remember exactly the first time he heard that song.
That's great. And I have a little confession to make. I was talking about this earlier. The first time I was introduced to your dad's music wasn't through my grandparents, wasn't through my parents. It was through the movie Top Gun with Anthony Edwards singing Great Balls of Fire.
Yep.
And ever since then, I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is amazing. I got to hear the real thing. And then there was another movie that came out much later, and it was Ladybugs. It was Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield. And they had that whole scene where they were filming and singing, and it was, was it Jack Hay, I think? But yeah, that was just, they couldn't have picked better music to incorporate into movies. Your dad's energy and just his way of performing, and just, like you said, the left-hand boogie last week, right? I mean, it was just...
Often imitated, but never replicated.
Right? Exactly. And but people really, I mean... he was so unique, is so unique, and it was very, very exciting to see, especially as a little girl when I realized who they were portraying, And then, what was the other guy that came out with the movie? I know his name. He is a Quaid, right? Was it Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. Sorry, Dennis. I'm sorry. But when that movie came out, what was your dad's reaction to that? Was he in approval of that movie? Did they incorporate that pretty well?
Well, the thing with Great Balls of Fire is at its heart, it was trying to do good work and portray the story in a good light, and I just don't think it was ready to be made. Like if you look at Walk the Line and the great work they did with that movie, and you look at Great Balls of Fire, where they did try really hard to get that movie right, but it came out too much like Grease. And I love Grease. Don't get me wrong on this one.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But they had a story and a legacy to tell, and it turned the other way. Now I know Dad was happy with Dennis's portrayal of him. I don't think he was upset with that at all at the end of it. It just didn't go the way it should have gone.
Right. And that's why I wanted to ask, because that is so different than this show to me, and like how they're portraying him. And I mean, you see it completely different, and I just think, I mean, Dennis Quaid is an amazing actor, and I loved him, and I thought he brought your dad to life really well. But, and I'm remembering this from years ago too, so and I was much younger, but I definitely think that this is more accurate, just from what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've read, and what other people have said and accounted for. I just think that CMT's Sun Records is just doing a phenomenal job with his story and everything, and I think that's something to be proud of.
I'm trying to exaggerate what happened. They're making it entertaining, and so they're keeping it real to that extent, and it's like I said, it's very important, and if they mess it up, then
right.
And I know we're all looking for a season 2.
We are. I know. We have to do a season 2 on this. Everybody needs to start hashtagging Sun Records. You guys hashtag everywhere. You tweet it, you Instagram it, Facebook it, whatever you can. Everybody just start telling hashtag CMT. We want season 2 of hashtag Sun Records. Everybody, please. Just tag everyone.
See good morning, everybody. Hashtag Sun Records.
Exactly. like every tweet you guys put out there, make sure you're hashtagging Sun Records, because we need everybody to get on board and push this to season 2, because it's so important to our music history that we keep this story alive and being told for generations to see. Okay.
We need that $1 Million Quartet episode.
Oh, Daphne Jean has a good hashtag. She said hashtag renew Sun Records. So that's a great one too. Just as long as you guys are getting it out there, absolutely.
And Kevin Fontaine started that one this afternoon.
Huh?
I think Kevin Fontaine, the guy who plays Johnny Cash, started that one this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. And Deidre, thank you for telling us, Deidre, that Cait is trying her hardest to pull herself away from filming so that she can join our call tonight. And it's okay. We're going to be here. I can talk forever, and it's all good. But so there's so many other things about this show that I absolutely love. But I want to say right now, I'm going to stop and talk from fans, because Marie Sherry or Cherry? I'm so sorry, Marie. I'm really bad with names. She said, hi from Canada. Love all the interviews and reviews. Looking forward to seeing more. We are too. So thank you for chiming in. A lot of people are just saying hi to all the cast members. They love you guys. This is a pretty great thing, and to be a part of it, how does that make you feel?
I mean, it's great. It's more than great. Like I said, this is a legacy that we've all been a part of and living for years and years now. Dad's over 60 years in the recording business now, so to be a part of that, just in the family, and then to actually be able to experience it in projects. I like to think of myself as an ambassador to the music. Mm-hmm. If I can be out there spreading the word about what these guys did and how they did it, then I'm happy to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And you have a really extra special campaign going on right now with a petition. So I want to talk about that, because we have a lot of viewers right now, and I want to make sure that everybody knows what you have going on.
Yeah, if you go check out my Twitter at JerryLeeThird 3RD. It's the first pinned post I have on the page. The Ameripolitan Awards actually started this when they gave Dad his Masters Award about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months now. And I was talking to them when they were here, and we just kind of started talking about the Country Music Hall of Fame and how Dad wasn't a part of that, and they were shocked and stunned. And we talked, and they were like, "Well, what do you think about doing a petition?" I was like, "Well, we couldn't start a petition. We barked up that tree. We made our phone calls. If it's gonna get done, it's got to get done through a grassroots movement." And the Ameripolitan took up the cause, and they started the petition on Go Petition, and we're over 2,000 signatures now. I want to say we were close to 2,100 earlier this afternoon. Nice. And country music has a legacy all of its own.
Yes.
We know that Jerry Lee Lewis is one of the best rock and rollers of all time. But what needs to be said, though, is his country legacy. He laid it down for a long time. His first single was Crazy Arms. Mm-hmm. Somewhere Over the Rainbow is going to make every person I know that listens to it cry. These are country staples.
Right.
So it's time to give the killer his due on the country music. And we just lost another great, Chuck Berry. I don't want it to be at the end of the day where, after they've had the reprieve or whatever, and years go down the road and Dad's not with us anymore, and they finally induct him into the Hall of Fame because they needed to do it. Well, they need to do it anyway, unless we should award him while he's alive and able to enjoy it. Absolutely.
And then it can be a huge celebration, and just recognizing him for everything he's done, his musical contributions. I mean look at where we are today. We're sitting here talking about this show that's been recreated, all of these lives. He's definitely so deserving. So everybody get out there and sign that petition. In fact, I want to see it. Screenshot it. Tag it. Everything. We all want to see what you're doing.
Let's get it moving.
Absolutely. And I lost a question, so I'm sorry. Hang on a second. We've got more people chiming in right now. Okay. Chelsea Atchison. Sorry if I butchered your name, sweetheart. How do you like the portrayal of Jimmy Swaggart?
I do enjoy the portrayal of Uncle Jimmy. It's fun to see how he poked at Dad, and they jab back and forth with each other. Him, Mickey Gilley, Jimmy, they were like brothers. They were the closest thing to brothers they could possibly have in each other. And the trouble those guys got into, I really enjoyed getting to see Dad and Jimmy at Haney's big house and them getting turned away at the door. That was great because those are things that happened. I don't think people know it. As it happened all the time. Dad was getting kicked out of Haney's pretty much every other day.
That's crazy. That's so much fun, and to hear stories that other people have gone through, and you just sit back and you're like, wow, it's so much fun to take a sneak peek into someone else's life, and.
I mean, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and it's not just that we're watching a show. So there's that part of me that's like, I'm kind of like eavesdropping into their life. It's kind of, you know what I mean? It's just, it's really cool. It's just so much fun because let me tell you, I don't want cameras filming my everyday life, and I don't think there's going to be stories about me, and I don't think that I would want there to be. Like, that's got to be kind of difficult. So I don't know. How does that make you feel knowing that your life is out there like that? How does that make your dad feel?
Well, he always did exactly what he wanted to do, and he always did it how he wanted to do it. And I mean, the music speaks for itself when it comes down to that. But as far as being in the limelight or being out and being exposed, it's just something you have to do when look at his art. He wanted to portray that. He wanted it out there. From the first time he heard a record on the radio, he knew that's what he wanted to do. So he had to take big chances, I mean, his parents mortgaged their home so that he could have his first piano, and, look where that took him. If they hadn't mortgaged his home, where would he be right now?
Absolutely. And, I talked to several artists, I mean, that's my job. And oftentimes I will run across somebody whose family has done so many things that I don't think most families would do. There was this young artist, Peyton Smith, such a great singer here in Nashville, but he's from Louisiana. And his family spends 2 weeks in Louisiana, 2 weeks in Nashville, and they just keep going back and forth. And they now have jobs that are flexible that allow them to do that. But you think about it on the whole, most families can't just do things like that. And most people wouldn't mortgage a home for a piano for your child.
Well, that's the risk you take when it's a God-given talent, or they have a talent that they want out there, and how do you do that? Like we saw in the show, Sam, Marion, and Elvis are driving around trying to get that record out there, and station after station, nope, yep. And then finally that one takes a chance and puts it on the air. But without that hard work, that record's not spinning.
Absolutely. And as we just saw, there was another mortgage taken out on a house for that whole radio promotion tour.
Which roll, it seems.
Huh?
I said it seems like that's a recurring theme in rock and roll. Got to mortgage those houses.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, it's crazy to think about what people had gone through. Now, going back to your dad's piano, you told me an interesting story earlier today about that piano. So I want you to tell everybody else about his piano, because I was floored. I honestly couldn't even believe what you had told me.
So, I mean, a lot of people know, what we just talked about, that his parents, Elmo, Mamie, my mama and Papa Lewis, they mortgaged their home to get that piano to own his craft. But what a lot of people don't know is Jimmy Swaggart and Mickey Gilley and most of the Lewis family, or the Gilleys and the Swaggarts, learned how to play right on that very piano. And it's sitting right. I wish I could show it to you guys, but the camera's not going to go that far. Right. But it's close by. It stays with him. I mean, how many of those artifacts, musicians, that their first instrument is still around?
I know.
I can take a step through that door and go look at the first.
I have my first clarinet.
Piano.
Yeah. No, you know what you need to do since your camera can't show it right now? You need to take a picture and you need to post it so that everybody can see.
That's a,
Because that, I mean, I think that would really, that's something that all the fans of Sun Records, to be able to see that and to know that, wow, he's still got that, that's really cool. The other
well,
really,
I think maybe I could probably, if we wanted to do it while we're still on, whenever Cait gets in, you know, and you're speaking with Cait, I could step away for a second, take a quick snap, and then throw it up on Twitter.
oh, see, that would be awesome. I am having, like major flashbacks of instruments too, because you know you were saying how many people have their first instrument, and I kind of chimed in a little, and I talked over you, and I'm sorry for that because I got excited. But I have my first clarinet, and it was my dad's when he was a kid. So
That's awesome.
So I still have that, and I will not get rid of it for anything. That is one of my possessions, my prized possessions. But you have some pictures behind you that the audience didn't get to talk about with us earlier, and I just have to say, you guys, I'm sidetracking this conversation a little bit because I am so excited about the pictures that are behind you. And that's just, your dad is royalty, and he's with royalty up there on that mantle. So tell us what those are.
So right there, the big one that you can see, probably the easiest, is Dad with Ronald Reagan at the inauguration right there when he went up to Washington to meet the president and Nancy, and that, I mean, the White House was rocking then, is all I can say on that one.
Definitely.
And then next to, I don't know if you can see it, right there is Dad and Paul McCartney from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just a few years ago when he was out there. And then across from it is a letter and a picture from Elton from right after Elton John met him at the Jazz Fest a few years back.
That is so exciting. And, you know, your dad seems like such a genuinely happy man. And every picture that I've seen him in, he's just loving life. And I think that's great. And would you say that that's who he is? He's just a guy that loves life and loves his family?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, without talking about all of it, you know, his life has been marked by tragedy over and over again. And in the same respect, it's had success over and over again. So, you know, here he is in the latter part of his life, enjoying his family and enjoying what he does every day and enjoying his music. And, yeah, I mean, he's mellowed out a little bit, but he's still the killer.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think Cait is trying to join us now, so give me a second. I think we're going to bring her on right now.
All right.
Stay tuned, everybody. We're going to try to make this happen fast for you. I'm excited. I love you guys. You guys are all great. And everybody watching at home, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do we have her?
I don't know if it's working.
Well, I can hear you, sweetheart. Oh, wait, I see you. Hi, Cait. How are you?
Okay, I just want to tell you guys, I'm on my phone. I'm still on set. I just wanted to get home as fast as possible.
Oh my gosh, you're awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. And
thank you guys. You guys are so sweet.
okay, it's cold out and you don't have sleeves on. Are you freezing?
I'm in Georgia, so it's hot here.
Oh, okay.
Just a little that far south.
Okay, all right. As long as. Hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm doing an interview with Center Stage Magazine. Hi,
Yes,
Center Stage
we're talking about Sun Records, and you had an emotional scene tonight, sweetheart, and that was really it was a great scene to watch. And Michael Patrick Lane hashtagged on Twitter, "There's no crying in baseball," and I was cracking up laughing. But this was a really great episode, and you're married to the killer now. So what's it been like for you on the show?
Well, welcome to the Lewis family.
Hey! I know, it's official, you guys. No, it's been incredible on the show. I'm so sorry, what?
I love it.
No, I'm so sorry for the moment. No, it has been incredible on the show. Thank you. I think I was like 17 whenever we started filming, and I stopped going to school I was still in school, but I was homeschooled when I started 9th grade. So I never really got the high school or college experience. And so that was definitely the most exhilarating part of it, was meeting all those kids and being around people my age, and
Right.
they're incredible human beings in general.
Right.
I mean, it radiates.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what Jerry and I were just talking about. It's, everybody has such a great chemistry on that show. And it just seems like it goes beyond the screen, that you guys are all connected, afterwards and behind the scenes, and y'all are friends. And, I mean, everybody, anytime I'm talking to any one of you, you guys all have great things to say about everybody else. And it's just like, it's just a really amazing family, and I kind of like adopted myself in there somehow, and I don't know how.
We love it.
I don't know how I got so lucky, but I love you guys, and I'm so glad that you've taken a chance on us, and you're letting us do these live chats with you every week, because
Of course, thank you.
really, it's just great. I love her. She's like, I'm working and I'm talking and I'm trying to do.
No,
this
I
and
am so sorry.
I love it. I love it.
No, I'm totally listening.
I know, it's great. I'm glad.
I know it. I know
Try
it.
to be stable, like stay in one place. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay. No, I mean everyone really is on the it's such a huge family. Usually, you get on set, you become friends with everybody, and you say you're gonna hang out and stuff afterwards. But I mean, we hung out every single night. I was over at Christian and Jonah's apartment. It's like 4 a.m. sometimes watching scary movies.
Right.
I mean, it was just this all-inclusive, constant, G-rated party. No, it was amazing.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
G-rated with the killer. I believe that.
I know, and I love. Well, yeah, we saw last week's shower scene. But Jennifer Jalbert wants to say, watching the two of you together was so beautiful, and knowing that the two of you are together in real life, it was so sweet.
Oh,
I know.
I'm so sad I didn't get to live tweet tonight. So, reading all of this whenever, coming back to my phone, just, warms my heart. Because, I mean, it's always kind of nerve-wracking whenever there's a pretty boy on a show and he's not single. You have Elvis who has Trixie, you have Johnny who has Vivian, you have Christian who has Peggy, you have Sam who has both women.
Well,
But
let's see how long that lasts.
yeah, but they kind of put it
no,
one
it's
way or the other, so I'm just thankful.
yeah, and it is great watching you guys all together. And I mean, like I said, we talked with the boys last week. I call them the boys because to me they're my boys. I love them. They were so much fun, and I was cracking up the entire. I don't know if you guys saw our last week's chat, but Jonah and Christian, oh my God, we just laughed the entire time. We were talking about all kinds of food, and we just got all sidetracked and talked about all kinds of crazy things. But seriously, hands down, you guys all have such positive things to say about the other. And it's just I just want to jump in there with you all, because it's great. And I think the world needs more of that positivity and more of that glowing that you see on everybody's faces when they're talking about their co-actors and their shows. You know what I mean? It's pretty phenomenal. What has been your favorite part so far about filming this series, Cait?
Now, I could say the people again, and that is my favorite part. But I guess my second favorite part is, I mean, always whenever you step on set for the first time with costume and hair and makeup, that feeling, I mean, especially because, I auditioned for the show, not necessarily for Peggy, but for the show 9 or 10 times.
Oh, wow.
So it was, or callbacks or things like that.
Right.
So it's the most satisfying and I want to say solidifying, because it's almost okay, this is what I'm here to do.
Right.
Whenever you walk on set for the first time with everything on, hand in hand with the other actors, it's a feeling that can't be beat.
Right.
And especially because you work so hard for each role, because there are 3,000 people or more that audition for every role that's out there.
That's got to be kind of validating too for you as an actress, right? That out of all those people, and that you were what they were looking for. You were who they felt was best for that role. And the casting people on this particular show, and I'm sorry, I love TV, I love movies, but there hasn't been a better casting job out there at all. I think this is the top-notch casting, and I'm so excited because fans that love music and love people, and when they're seeing a show based on somebody, if they get it wrong, man, the true fans are huge, harsh critics. And it's like for me when somebody covers a Bon Jovi song, if you're not going to cover it right, don't cover it, right? So the casting when these are heavy roles. These are, icons here. So they got to get it right, and they did. And it's just it's satisfying for the fans too. So and I know you guys have gotten a lot of support from fans. You guys have gotten a lot more followers and tweets and all kinds of stuff heading, your way now. Has that been exciting for you and your families? Because I can imagine that your phones are blowing up all the time.
How has it been for you, Jerry?
Well, I've had to turn my phone upside down, or I'm going to keep staring at it.
Right.
Like that.
I know. Mine's off.
I love it.
I know. It's great to see, though, and I love that you guys interact with fans. And that is so heartwarming to see because, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. My daughter is a huge fan of Chad Michael Murray. Huge. And so when he tweeted back, he replied to my tweet today, she sort of flipped out a little bit. And but I sort of did the mom thing where I had to like screenshot it and show her, and she screamed in the other room. It was pretty great. Oh. It was great. It was one of those moments.
Mom, hand it over. I got to send something back. Just go ahead and hand it over.
Right. I know. No, I could not give her. I know what would come out of her mouth onto that tweet, and I don't need Chad thinking I'm sending those messages.
Oh my God.
She's like, tell him I love him. So.
Well, the fans are the glue of the music world, the entertainment industry. No matter what form of art, it's the fans that are always gonna keep you going. And Dad's always said, if you're not good to the fans, they're not gonna be good to you.
Absolutely.
If you don't support the people that love you, they're not gonna love you. So it's very important to be there for the fans.
Absolutely. I think you're dead on with that. And you two have done a great job. Everybody, the entire cast has done a great job with tweeting. Every single person on your show tweets to people and responds or likes their tweets. Even if it's a simple, let's click that and like, that fan's response. Mm-hmm. And then those fans, they just are elated and they can't stop talking about the show. And it's pretty great to see. Now, Cait, so I want to know, we're all talking about the, hashtag Sun Records and Renew Sun Records and all of that. Are you really excited about what the possibilities are going to be for you on season 2? Because we know it's going to get picked up. It has to. I'm like, are you excited about where your character is going to go?
Yes.
Yes. You're like, I can't give anything away. I'm not asking for spoilers. I'm just, are you looking forward to what you get to do?
I hope. We haven't even been because they've been writing for the second season, but we haven't been, given anything. I know that they've given like little drops of hints here and there, but I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I hope that.
I know. We all hope and we all want it to happen because honestly, this just does. It brings it all to life and we all want to keep seeing it happen. But Jerry and I were talking about how well each of you have studied your characters and that knowing what you know about your character is basically why I was directing my question the way that I was to you. Are you, based on what you know about your character, are you excited about what you could possibly be doing for season 2?
Yes. The next episode is like, it shifts and...
Oh, we could tell.
The next episode, yeah.
That's why I hashtagged battle earlier because I was like, next week is going to be crazy.
Christian might get in trouble next week, what we see from the previews.
Yeah. Earl, Michael.
Earl's definitely get in trouble.
Yeah. I didn't.
That's actually the second, next week's episodes, I believe, we filmed that on the second to last day. So, and we didn't film completely in order. We filmed for the most part, at least like the chunks of how the relationship would go. We filmed it in order, so it's kind of amazing to see even us grow as like friends and things like that over the course. And I think that's beautiful. The only thing is they switched the storylines around, they switched the scenes, so the storyline happened a little bit differently whenever we read it, like you saw us get married.
Right.
We did not. The bathroom scene then is after the marriage scene, the way it was written, and so is the fight scene.
Okay. Okay.
So we didn't see us get married, and we're sitting in a theater watching it because we watched all 8 episodes together first. And me and Christian are looking at each other, and we see in the shower, and we see the fight scene, and we're like, "Do we just have?"
Right.
Fast forward.
We did not abstain. Oh gosh, that's scandalous. But I think it's kind of cool that way because, I mean, whenever it's written, you know, I almost think it gives more structure to the story because it seemed like Peggy was, a good church girl and he could not get what he wanted out of her until they were married. But I just thought it was nice because it kind of showed more of like he actually loved her. Like It was, it wasn't like a lust kind of thing.
Right.
Which, I mean, I thought was more beautiful.
Definitely.
You always say you love.
This is the Martin's.
Perfect.
Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as soon as they wrap up this.
I love that she's taking us to work with her right now. You guys are so lucky. We're on set with Cait Poole right now, you guys.
No, I apologize. They actually told me that I'm going to be staying around here for a little bit because I wasn't doing the last shot, so I was going to leave a little bit early. But they're filming the last shot right now, so I can just like wait and leave with the other actors. So I'm just like, I'm chilling.
Nice.
I can actually sit with you guys.
Nice. Okay. See, and I've been like,
And she's gone.
and she
I was closing the door so I could hear.
It's all good. I don't even know if people have been chatting, and I'm sure they have, but I haven't been looking at the phones. So, oh my gosh, so many people are saying hi to you right now, Cait. Angela's all LOL, dead silence, Cait. That was really cute, Angela. That was funny. Okay. Oh, somebody is telling Deidre that they know that she's proud. And how is your mom, by the way? I saw her post yesterday, always the last to know about you being on our live chat, which I thought was really sweet.
Oh, no, my mom is amazing. She was out here with me in Georgia until about 2 weeks ago because I went home for my birthday. And
nice.
I was excited, and I was going to eat cake with everybody, and I was going to get real big, and it was going to be perfect. And then I got called to Georgia, and I didn't have my birthday with my family.
Aww.
But I had an on set, which that's something that has been my goal ever since I was 15. I made a promise to myself on my 15th birthday that whenever I turned 18 that I was going to be on set on my birthday. And I was. And so I'm just thanking God so much.
That's awesome.
But
God was like, I got your back. I know what you want. That's awesome. So happy birthday. You're a March baby then, yes? Are you a March?
I am. I'm Pisces.
Okay, well, I'm an Aries, but I'm a March girl. I just celebrated mine too. So
What day?
The 26th. I know. I'm so sick. I had like the best birthday ever too, and I don't mean to make this about me, you guys, but I'm gonna just share this for a little bit because I don't know if you all know. I'm a huge Power Rangers fan because my son had a really rough start to his life, and so we spent a lot of time in the hospital, and the Power Rangers were the only thing that got him through. And since all of that time, he was also diagnosed with autism. He's extremely smart, funny, love him. He's just a great kid. But so for my birthday, I took him to go see the Power Rangers. Actually, the whole family went. And the Power Rangers, the blue Power Ranger is on the autism spectrum. The Blue Ranger. Yep. I cried like a baby my entire birthday. I was just crying like a baby. Like, it's just so great to that's why I'm so a fan of when things are brought on screen in a way that connects your audience. And that's why I love Sun Records. And I'll stop talking about me now, you guys. I know you're here for Cait and for Jerry.
No, I love Cait. I mean, it's a beautiful story.
Okay.
Incredible.
Dustin says, Ari says you look beautiful and wants to know what project you're working on out there.
Please tell Ari that I love her so much, Dustin. Oh, I miss her. She's adorable.
Aw.
She like lights up a room.
That's great.
I'm not sure how. It's a film. It's a movie that I'm a lead in, but I think somebody got mad at one of the extras today because they posted a picture.
Okay, well, we don't want you to get in trouble, so no sneak
No.
peeks.
I'm not. No, I won't. But I was like, I didn't know how because no one's like told me personally how secret it is or whatever. And then one of the extras posted a picture with one of the other actors and got in like trouble for it. And I was like,
Yeah, let's not do that.
it's a movie.
I'm not
It's a holiday movie, so I'm very excited. That's like always been one of my goals, like be in one of those, holiday movies.
Right. Okay, Chelsea has a question for you, Cait. She wants to know what your favorite scene to film was.
Ooh. The one from tonight, whenever we're in the diner, that was tonight.
Yeah,
That's right.
that was tonight.
I think about it. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was on set. The scene from tonight was incredibly fun to film, and the combinations of scenes from next week.
I can't wait. I don't think any of us can wait. We're all like, we just want it now. Like, come on, CMT, give it to us now. Like, is there like a special preview audience you guys can test?
Like speed up life.
Right? Okay, so many people. Oh, Sheila, hi. Sheila's all John. That was my son. Sheila was on last week with us. So, I just love you guys. I love all of you. Daphne says, you seem to light up a room too, Cait.
Oh my gosh. Is that Daphne Jean?
Yes, Daphne Jean.
I love her. She comments on everything.
She does.
It's one thing about like having a person that says, no, we love it like once or twice. But the people that are like, I call it the Sun family because I feel like that's better than calling it anything else. Because it's making it more like a community rather than a, I don't know. In some of those shows, they're like, oh my god.
It was family.
Yeah, and she's one of the loyals.
I know. You know what? I followed her on Twitter, and I think she followed me too. And we were just tweeting back and forth. I think almost every day. We're doing something with Sun Records, and it's just, we love the show so much, and it's so great to see. And I love that you said Sun Family. So everybody, you guys all have to start hashtagging Sun Family now. Because
every once in a while, I'm going like, some family.
See, yeah, we all need to do that now. It's great. I think it's going to be so much fun to see where this goes from here, because every week it just seems to grow bigger and bigger. The audience, the interaction that we're seeing, it's pretty great. CMT was tweeting with us earlier today too.
Yes.
Okay, Shannon Ayers says, it's so cool watching you, knowing you cheered with Cheyenne back in the day.
Oh, I did competitive cheer for, I want to say, I think it was 5 years, like, on the team. But, like, I think I did, like, tumbling and things like that for, like, 7. So that was, like, a huge part of my life. So I still have that family.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, you have a big cheer family. Do you have a lot of, like, trophies and pictures all over your house? Does your mom have them all?
I have 22 national cheer titles.
Wow. Congratulations.
I know your mom can get those pictures and see them.
I'm like,
I have a storage. We have a storage building, and it's just trophies and medals and things. I'm like, I did that like 7 years ago.
I have one trophy, and it was for selling the most candy bars while I was in band.
I love it.
But I scored that limo dinner. Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm not great at anything, but I won a Nestle trophy. It was great. I know. You guys are all going to learn so many crazy, silly facts about me, and you're going to be like, what is this girl doing? How did she get where she is today? Everybody's hashtagging Sun Fam and Sun Family right now. It's pretty great. Laura Frost said, LOL, I have a list on Twitter with that. Which is great.
Love it.
And then Kaylee, we love that you're laughing way too hard right now. We're all being silly, and laughter is like the greatest thing on the face of the planet. So, Kathleen Bates just said, Micah Dog says she sends you puppy hugs.
All these are the loyal. They're so sweet. I was telling Micah Dog. I'm sorry. I just remember all I can remember is the picture of their puppies. No, I was telling him about my puppies that I have and how much I miss them and everything. Whenever I go back and forth, like dogs. If I see I swear I have a dog and a baby radar. It's just like dog, and it's. Mm-hmm.
I have 6 dogs here, so I understand that.
Can I move in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bella would love you to death. She's this giant red husky, and she's great. I know, she's great. And then my Latte, because I have a coffee fetish, I named my dog Latte. I rescued her. She's a Rhodesian Ridgeback. And, yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but I love it.
Oh, well, she's all over my Instagram feed. So you'll just have to see her. She's just all over. But no, you guys are fun. So do you have animals there, Jerry Lee? Because now we're all just talking about real life stuff.
Absolutely. I love him, and he is a terror to me every day. But I have a mini dachshund named Clem, and he is a cute little butterball. Is really what I can say about him, and he loves to bark.
Yes, yes. I have a Chiweenie that's a butterball.
And then we got a little Chihuahua, which is actually not yappier than my mini dachshund, surprisingly.
Wow. That's kind of surprising, yeah.
And I have a cat that wants to jump on top of my head all the time, so we have a great little collaboration of animals.
That's awesome. I don't have a cat that jumps on my head, but my son does. He does it all the time.
My son does the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like his personal jungle gym, and it's just great. And there's even though Mom says no, he doesn't register that word. Nope, he wants to.
Oh, I know. I definitely know that. It's that no, yes, Dad. Oh,
yeah, right. I was gonna say you know. And so you just celebrated your 18th birthday. Wait, whoa! That was a delayed response. Cait, you just turned 18. Wow, what's that like for you? You're like voting age now. You're like official.
Yeah, I was so excited to be all independent and get out in the world and be like, hey, you guys, I'm 18. But then I came to Georgia and I realized that my license is out because I'm 18. So I have been stuck inside of a hotel room for 3 weeks. Real independent. I live off of cereal bars and take out Domino's.
Oh my gosh.
It's a great life.
Well, yeah.
Oh my
that
God.
totally happened.
I'm not stuck like that, but can't be too bad. I mean, do they have Chick-fil-A there? I might be cool with Chick-fil-A.
I'm a vegetarian. That's the worst part.
Oh, I'm sorry. No Chick-fil-A for you.
Don't be. I'm not.
Oh, that's right. Christian and Jonah are too. How do you guys do that? Because I gotta eat cow.
I don't know. I'm a pescatarian, so I do eat fish. Well, the first day that I became a vegetarian, we went to a sushi place, and I tried to have vegetarian sushi. Mama don't like it. So, yeah, so I just got a whole bunch of, fried sushi. I was like, sorry, you guys, I'm going to eat fish now.
Yeah, it's okay. I eat cow. I can't help it, you guys. I'm sorry. I love it. Pittsburgh.
I love it.
It's my favorite. I just can't get enough. What about you, Jerry?
I need that red meat. What can I say? A cheeseburger a day.
Right. Now, I do eat my fair share of vegetables. In fact, I made Brussels sprouts tonight and green beans, and I ate them both. Huh?
I love Brussels.
Oh, and I made potatoes too. See, I can cook, and I can cook vegetarian for you anytime. You just have to.
I'm so down. I haven't had a person that I haven't had my mom. She's amazing at making vegetarian lasagna and stuff. Oh, I miss it so much.
I do love vegetarian lasagna. It's really, really tasty. But I do need my red meat.
Y'all's work on that because
I had some more people chiming in, and I went to go read it, and then he just took my phone back from me, or his phone back from me, so I need to come back and take it back from him. Okay.
He's like, no, you don't do this.
Okay, Chelsea said, I have 3 dogs, 1 Chiweenie, 1 Chihuahua Jack Russell, and then a Jack Russell. Okay, we have a Jack Russell too, Chelsea. Does your little Jack Russell bark and yelp if you don't give him table scraps? Because the one we have, he barks at you until you give him table scraps, and it's really rather annoying. And he's a rescue. We just got him on New Year's Day, and we call him the terrorist, Jack the terrorist, but he's it's because he's a food terrorist. He like is mean to all the other dogs, and if there's another dog around and you're trying to give him any food, he acts like the other dog is going to take it, so he tries to bite your hand off in the process, and it's just kind of mean. What do we do with the Jack Russell, Chelsea? You have some. I want to know.
Lots of chew toys.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, Kaylee, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. How did you pronounce it, Kate?
Does it start with an L, Llewellyn?
Yes. Is it Llewellyn? Is that how you
Just
pronounce it? Okay. Mm-hmm. She said, how did you enjoy your birthday, Kate? On your birthday, I saw that your mom posted on Facebook that you got to play with puppies. Did I get that right? What else did you do for your birthday?
On set, we had a golden retriever. Hannah died. I mean, they brought him out. Or I think her name is Daisy. I want that dog. Her name is Daisy. Her name, I remember. And tell me. No, they brought her out. It was supposed to be Mongrel. I was supposed to call her Mongrel because it was supposed to be like this whole joke. She is so cute. That's all I remember at my birthday, you guys.
It's the puppies. Yeah.
No, and the crew bought me a cake, and the homeowners that we filmed that made me a cake, and the lead actress bought me a journal, and like it was the first day I've ever met these people, and just the love that, like, even that first day. I mean, I knew it was going to be an amazing shoot anyway, but it was. I mean, there's nothing like that. I mean, meeting people and then all of a sudden, like, I mean, people could have just been like, oh, happy birthday, and then walk by.
Right.
For them to make that special for me, it meant a lot.
That's pretty great. I mean, and, you know, obviously you weren't expecting that, I'm sure. You know, who would? Mm-hmm. You know, you haven't even met them. And then to be welcomed the way that you were, and, you know, we care about you. We care enough that it's your birthday, and we're celebrating you, and we don't know you, but it doesn't matter because this is your day. Like, what an awesome feeling that is. And, I mean, I know because I just had an amazing birthday, too. And my family, I just love them so much. I got to go spend it in West Virginia, and I went antiquing. And I am in love with all of these things, and I'm like, trying to take pictures. Like, I can go home and do that. I can flip that furniture. I can find something. I can do this. But really, honest to God, I had so much fun. But it was when I got to this, like, antique toy store. They had my Teddy Ruxpin that I had when I was a child.
The Teddy.
I got my Teddy Ruxpin back. And I'm like, and I got all these vintage Power Ranger things for my son. And it was just, it's so great, you know, doing something for yourself, or when somebody gives you attention that you weren't expecting and they just celebrate you. And that was it for me, too. I was celebrated this year unlike any other year, and it was pretty fantastic. So kudos. Bravo. Good job. I'm so happy. And for everybody there who did that, thank you guys for restoring faith in humanity, right? I mean, there are good people in this world, and it's so incredible when you come across them. But, you know, I know we've kept you guys a lot. Jerry Lee, you have spent so much time with me tonight, and I appreciate every second of it. Cait, I adore you. Thank you so much. Anytime you guys want to come back, by the way, come back, because I love you.
I apologize I couldn't be on the whole time.
No, it's okay. It's okay, really. Everybody loved you. My Teddy Ruxpin is going to make an appearance right now. Look, I'm not full of crap. I got my Teddy Ruxpin.
I love it.
I know. It's been a long time. Grubby is on his way. We ordered Grubby on eBay. So I am going to have my childhood back, and I'm going to share it with my own children, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
You know what? Out of everything that I had as a kid, there are 2 things left that I really need, and it's my prize Popple, and it's my, don't laugh at me, for I know y'all are going to laugh at me, but that pull string talking Pee Wee Herman doll. It was phenomenal. And I have to have it back. Okay.
I need you to have it back too because it needs to make it to the live stream.
Oh, yes. As soon as I find it and I get it back, we're going to do that. Yeah, as I get all these really fun toys, I'm just going to have to pop them in. Okay, Jennifer Adams said, Lee, what did you do for your 30th? We are only a month apart, so I hope you are enjoying your 30s.
I mean, I wouldn't say we blew it out, but it was a good party, you know, friends and family, and I mean, I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I find myself going into 30. I'm definitely not the oldest guy, and I'm not the youngest guy, but not trying to slow down yet, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, don't. I keep telling my kids they're going to grow up and be my sisters and my brother. Like, I'm stuck.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go. Do it.
No, continue. I did not mean to interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
No, I just wanted to ask because, I mean, you've grown up listening and, you know, enjoying the culture that we're trying to portray. How has it been for you to watch the show? I'm just completely curious.
It's been fantastic, you know, watching you guys portray Dad and Peggy, and watching Chad be Sam, and watching Keir be Dewey, and Michael Patrick Lane as Earl, and Ann as Mary, and y'all came together to just knock it right out of the park. And it's fun, you know, watching it as a Lewis and seeing what y'all have done and the way you portray it. And I wouldn't have changed anything y'all have done.
Thank you. I mean, because I can't imagine growing up in that. We were surrounded by it. I mean, do you know what I mean? So I can't imagine
as much normalcy as you know, my parents did try to give me. It's hard to hide rock and roll.
Well, and that's something I actually wanted to ask too, because, you know, when you get into the industry, it doesn't matter what side of it you're on. When people find out that you have a connection to this person or this person or this person, sometimes it can get out of hand and people will try to get themselves something through you. And I want to know if that's happened to you guys at all, because I've already experienced a little bit of that, and I'm like low on this little, you know, chart here compared to everybody else. Like, my connections, what I've done is not nearly as extravagant as others, and I've already experienced some of that, and it's just kind of like you have to take a step back and go, whoa. You know, so have you guys encountered that at all where you know, because there's a ton of genuine people out there who really want the best for you, but occasionally there's that one, and I want to know if you've encountered that yet, because I don't know how to handle that yet.
Okay, you want to go first?
I feel like it's a person-to-person case. I mean, there's some people that, like, they genuinely just respect somebody that you work with, and it's not necessarily like a climbing ladder kind of thing. It's just like oh my gosh, you know Keir O'Donnell, he's a really great actor. And then you're just kind of, you kind of handle, you know, those kind of situations that way. You know, you're just kind of, I don't know, because they don't mean any harm or anything like that. But then there are especially those teenage girls who have an obsession with somebody that you're working with, and either one of two things happens. Either one, they decide to be your best friend.
Right.
Or two, they decide that you're their enemy. So, yeah. I mean, that's been a little difficult to navigate. Do you know what I mean? It's just been. But at the same time, my parents have always been very intent on picking our circle closely.
Right.
Like very, very, just very, very picky about. I mean, not in a bad way. It's just like focus on how they treat their other friends. Right. Focus on how they treat their mom. Focus on how, and then would they be there for you if you couldn't speak and you could never act again,
right? Kind
of thing. I have a few close friends from my hometown that are still like that, but I mean, really, I also feel bad because like other actors or like other people in the industry that get it more, and they get that I can't hang out until 3 a.m.
Right.
So that's been also difficult. So it's just kind of like, I don't know if they're trying to climb the ladder or anything. It's not like I know amazing people.
Right.
I mean, I do know some people that I respect a lot, but it's not, like I'm best friends with like Meryl Streep.
Right, and that's what I think is weird for me too, is there have been some people that think I can get them somewhere that I can't even get myself, and it's just, it's odd to me, and I don't mean any disrespect. I know fans get very excited and they want their chance and they want that, and I love that, and I know because I'm a fan too, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of a lot of people, but I think people really need to understand and respect that, listen, work hard. If that's the industry you want to be in, you can get yourself anywhere you want to go. So just try, just reach out, just do what you got to do. But don't make it feel awkward for people. What about you, Jerry?
Say it again, I'd be like, Walking Dead, please.
Yeah, right? Got you.
Well, you should talk to Annie about getting on The Walking Dead, right?
The Walking Dead is it's my obsession.
Well,
pretty bad.
Can I just tell you guys, I was like, this Walking Dead, whatever. I hadn't ever seen it until, I want to say, in the last couple of months. And now I'm addicted to it, and I'm like, oh man, I'm one of those people that I was like making fun of, and now I'm like, I'm obsessed. It's
Who's your favorite?
It's a great show. I love it. But my favorite is Sun Records, hands down.
No, what's your favorite character?
Oh, the dude with the mullet.
Eugene.
Eugene. Yes.
My favorite's Stone.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, but
my
no.
soul sister.
You know what it is though about Eugene? It really is just the way that he says his lines. It makes me giggle. He's just like so straight faced, and
that really thick accent.
And he's so awkward, and I'm like,
how did he survive the apocalypse?
I don't know.
Because he lied.
Because he's got a mullet. Because mullets are rad.
Mullet power. It was the mullet. The zombies were like, oh, no.
Have you guys met King Ezekiel?
No. Okay. All right. So we've got goals now. All right. Is anybody chiming in? I'm ignoring you guys all, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I'm really not trying to ignore you all. She said, okay, that is amazing that Cait wants to know the answer to that. Laura, is that about what The Walking Dead right now? Is that what you're saying, Laura? It was about Jerry growing up. I'm sorry, Laura. Okay. Now, Jennifer Adams said, our moms found out they were pregnant at the same time at Billy Bob's when Jerry was putting on a show. Those were the days, Lee.
I know. I've heard some stories from those days. A really good one that I actually heard not too long ago is, Drake's dad used to play drums for my dad, and apparently Drake's dad met his mom at a Jerry Lee show, and
wow. Wow. I have a lot to talk to Tom Brown about tomorrow.
Your dad started Elvis. This is Elvis #2.
Yes, right? This is crazy. Brenda Meyer says she's so proud of you for chasing your dreams.
Thank you.
And, thanks, Laura. She said no to what I was thinking she was talking about, and yes to the correction that I made. So, and Daphne Jean just said, wow, in all caps. Are you stunned by that story and how small of a world it is, Daphne? Because I am. And moving from LA to Nashville, I have realized how small the world is, and everybody knows everyone. I'll be interviewing one artist, they'll say something about another artist, and then we end up in this big conversation and we share stories, and it's like, it's so weird the connections that people have out here. And so now hearing this with you on the show and everybody, it's kind of blowing everybody's mind, I think, right now. That's insane. It's definitely a small world. So, all right. Like, I'm waiting. Do you have to go? We keep feeling like we're chasing you from room to room.
No, I'm migrating. I'm gonna get into a car.
Oh, okay.
No, but I'm still on the phone. I'm still here.
You are, and you're a trooper, and we love it. It is getting kind of late, though, and I know you guys have been on here forever, and you're looking at your phone. Are you tweeting? What are you doing there?
Oh, I'm checking the different messages. I guess I should clarify. I didn't mean Drake Miller. I meant Drake, like, the rapper.
Oh.
I just got a message. They were like, Drake Milligan is. I was like, no, oops, my bad. Hold on, let me clarify.
I told you, like, everybody seems mind blown on that. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we look forward.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We look forward to watching where Sun Records is taking us next week. I know next week is going to be just like an explosive episode. So we can't wait.
Next week.
Oh, it's going to be great. And anytime you guys want to join us, let us know. And you guys are more than welcome to be on every week with us because we love you. But
well, ain't no problem. I enjoy it. You know, I really enjoy spending Thursday nights with Dad and then so.
That's awesome.
Thank you guys so much.
No, thank you. You guys take care. I know you guys are busy. Thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. And until next Thursday, guys, stay tuned. But hashtag Sun Records, Sun Family, Sun Records Renewal, Renew Sun Records, whatever, CMT, include it all. Hashtag the hell out of it. Until next time. See you guys.
Oh.